Sometimes Mr. Covey mounted his horse and pretended like he was leaving for another city. He then left his horse tied up in the woods. Mr. Covey would crawl into the corner of a fence or behind a tree and watch the slaves until the sun went down. Mr. Covey owned a woman named Caroline. He said he bought her to be a breeder. She was 20 years old and had already given birth to one child. After he bought her, he hired a man who was married named Mr. Samuel Harrison to live with Mr. Covey for 1 year. He would set Samuel up with Caroline every night in order for her to have a child. Mr. Covey wanted more slaves to own. Douglass said that Caroline was miserable. At the end of the year, she gave birth to twins. Douglass said that one of the worst times of his life as a slave was during the first 6 months of his time with Mr. Covey. He writes on his condition, "I was somewhat unmanageable when I first went there, but a few months of this discipline tamed me. Mr. Covey succeeded in breaking me. I was broken in body, soul, and spirit. My natural elasticity was crushed, my intellect languished, the disposition to read departed, the cheerful spark that lingered about my eye died. The dark night of slavery closed in upon me, and behold, a man transformed into a brute." Sunday was Douglass's only leisure time. He spent these days finding shade under a tree, drifting between being asleep and awake. Sometimes Douglass thought about killing himself and killing Mr. Covey. He said he was prevented from this by a combination of hope and fear. On his days off, he would sit at the Chesapeake Bay. He poured his heart out to the boats moving off into the ocean. The boats were not anchored or tied down. He wished to be free like them or to be on the boats. He would regret being born. He wondered why he was a slave. He dreamed of running away. He thought, 100 miles straight north, and I am free. Try it? Yes. He proclaimed that he would not live and die a slave. He dreamed of traveling in a canoe to Delaware and then into Pennsylvania, where he would not be required to have a pass. He thought, I am not the only slave in the world. Why should I fret? I can bear as much as any of them. He spoke to himself and made some crazy plan in one moment. In another moment, he would reconcile himself to slavery and his horrible life, deciding not to do anything. This was severe depression.